Project Power. I am actually sort of surprised how much I ended up liking this movie. This is a sort of original take on a superhero movie because none of these people are superheroes, but there are plenty of people in the film with these wacky powers. Let's start with the good. It's fun. I mean, it's pretty fun. There are some genuinely great fight scenes, some genuinely great action scenes overall in this movie. There are also some great cinematography choices that make the film feel more grounded in reality than you'd normally experience in a film about random superpowers. There are a lot of POV shots, shots from inside a vehicle or a helmet that are good choices. I enjoyed it, but I can be a bit of a cinematography nerd sometimes. I thought this stuff was cool. I don't know if other people did. Overall, a film like this is going to be extremely reliant on special effects, and some of your enjoyment is going to be based on just how good those special effects look. I can tell you for the most part, they look really good. Some of them actually look about as close to top notch as you would hope for. And in some cases, that's not a surprise. The film did have an $80 million budget, and you see pretty much all of it on the screen. You also see sort of where they might have run out of money for some of these special effects, but again, we're talking about the good right now. Let's try to focus on that. The plot is pretty simple. The government is testing out pills that give you superpowers for 5 minutes. The powers are based on animals, sort of. That part's a little bit cloudy. All the bad guys have that classic bad guy facial hair, so you understand just how evil they are, which I always appreciate. You can tell bad intentions based purely on how far somebody's mustache is twisted up. Jamie Foxx is back, looking better than ever, I have to say. It's amazing how much he's accomplished at just 34 years old. Pretty sure 34 or 35. Let me just look that up real quick. Says he 52? He's 52. Joseph Gordon, Batman, Robin Levitt is back. He wears a Saints jersey the whole movie, so you know that he's really from New Orleans. I'm pretty sure that's a law down there, probably. I don't know. I've never been. And Dominic Fishback fills out the cast as Robin, the girl that's her actual. and Dominic Fishback fills out the cast as Robin. That's her actual name. That's not. I'm not joking. This time I was joking about the Joseph Gordon-Levitt thing from The Dark Knight Rises. I now realize it sounds a little confusing, but I still thought it was funny. Robin is the girl who's caught up in the middle of this power pill government conspiracy drug war experiment thing. Casey Neistat is also in this. He doesn't have any lines, but he gets to wear his sunglasses, which I assume was probably part of the agreement. And they're all great. There's some side story about Robin wanting to be a rapper that sort of feels kind of squeezed into a few scenes. I mean, it's great. She's a good rapper. It just doesn't really, turn into that. It doesn't end up being that important to the overall plot. She doesn't, rap them out of a jam as they're, confronted with guns. She doesn't start rapping and everybody's like, whoa. That's actually really good. We're not going to kill you now. Jamie Foxx is doing his best John Wick impression on everyone, and Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Robin, Batman, is fighting off the Penguin or something. Oh, I swear that's going to be the last Batman joke. I know these are not good. I can't help it. That was such a dumb part of The Dark Knight Rises. Some small negatives, because I genuinely did enjoy the film more than I thought. I have some small negatives. There's one specific special effect that looks really bad. Like one of those where you're like, how did anyone in the marketing department see this trailer or see this part of the film and say that this was fine? I don't want to give away what this really bad special effect is, but the one hint I can give you is that there's a reason Marvel spends $300 million on their movies to make the Hulk look good. It's also sort of obvious from the beginning of the movie that Netflix probably wants to make more of these, which they definitely can. I would watch another one. The characters were all engaging enough. I'd love to see them all come back. But the only issue they run into there is that throughout the film, the stakes don't feel all that high. It's a fun ride, don't get me wrong. But when you kind of get the feeling early on that they want to make more of these. You lose a little bit of that engagement knowing that everything's probably going to be fine. But the point is that this is a fun movie. Again, Netflix isn't trying to win an Oscar with this one. They release plenty of films that they know will get Oscar nominations. They are not concerned with this being one of them. I think maybe there could have been a little more humor. They mess around with it a little bit, but it comes off more as that awkward Marvel humor. You know, like dad jokes, where you're like, okay, I don't know why you said that right in that moment. This is kind of serious, but that's okay. If they want to go more in that direction, that's cool too. Jamie Foxx and Joseph Gordon-Levitt are both great comedic actors. They could totally go for it. But in this film, it felt like they didn't really know how much of that they wanted to inject. I would totally welcome a sequel. Between Project Power and The Old Guard, it's pretty clear at this point Netflix is throwing potential superhero franchises against the wall, hoping one of them sticks, that they can crank out 6 more movies. And between both of those, I would be fine with them choosing to just go forward and make sequels to both. I think there's a lot of potential here. It's silly action, it's fun, and I think that's all it's trying to be. I encourage you guys to check it out. It's a good time. Will you remember it a few days after you watch it? Probably not. But it's not there to be some sort of philosophical discussion topic. It's just there to show you a good time, and I think it does that very well. I enjoyed it. Check it out if you want something good. I'm rambling now. This is what happens. I start to ramble at the end of the videos. If you like this one, check out the channel. There's plenty more. And I'll talk to you guys later. Peace. Like I'm on an answering machine or something. Do you guys even know what those still... Do kids know what those are? Answering machines? I'm done.